Like that's Skull is about to bite someone, or he's laughing or something.
We don't know. That's part of the lore. We don't never unpack that. Zerg in the bottom right, effort, and in the top center is lazy.
That haircut, man.
Yeah, I know that hair part.
I like other haircuts that he's had more.
Something makes me think that when we went into the makeup room today, the makeup artist said, "Do you want me to do your hair?" And he said, "No, I'm okay." I just called a guess here, guys.
It's true. The pros get to choose if they want to put makeup
some pros
on.
are like, "I don't want to wear makeup," and I'm like, "Your acne is going to show."
You're on TV.
Yeah, you're
on
TV.
It's okay.
It's all right, but I don't think Effort got his hair done. I believe he does have makeup on, but apparently not with the hair.
It was actually really funny in GSL when Special was playing. You know, Juan, the Mexican Terran player.
Of course.
He's playing, right? And he sits down, he gets his makeup, they do his hair really nice. And then he puts a ball cap on right after, and the makeup woman is like, "No!" He's like, "Oh, no, I got to wear this." It said like TY on it, didn't it?
I can't remember. I
think so. Because he was like, "Yeah, no, TY, he's my favorite." So I'll wear this
so
hat.
funny.
It was so funny.
So funny the idea that he would let someone do his hair, like knowing that he was going to put a hat on over it.
Yeah. By the way, he was a fantastic StarCraft 1 player. For
very
anyone that
guy.
was not completely up on the StarCraft 1 scene amongst foreigners, he was really, really good. So, anyways, we'll see where our Protoss friend here goes, but that is a gateway just in the main base, no sort of walling going on. The map, I liked when you said it was like kind of a fixed outsider. It's like a better version of Outsider, and I totally agree with you on that. Like, I actually thumbs down Outsider and Ladder. I don't really like playing that.
Oh, Outsider is... I'm glad that they have that on the ladder, for sure, but that's a tough one.
I liked it a little bit more when it came out. Now that it's kind of figured out, I'm like, oh, God.
I think Outsider's a map we'd have to have out for like a year or so before it really gets hammered out, like what you need to do in some of those matchups, but it's cool to see. These very smart players play.
But this one I like quite a bit, right? Like... the expos around, like you can go around the map by passing through and stuff, but like you can still get into those expos if you need to. Whereas on Outsider, it's pretty much no, you're not going back there.
So, Artosis was sick yesterday and is sick today. I'm also now sick.
Yeah.
So if I sound a little bit weird, or don't sound like I met my usual 300% self, you know why. And you know, I'll say it right now.
Because you have no passion.
We should have not made out after Stork advanced last night. That was a big mistake.
Well, victory kisses are the only way.
I know. It's tough, right?
Dude, we were excited. I mean...
Oh, actually, you know what? I like what Protoss is doing. This is kind of cute. He just gets enough to block the ramp.
Yeah, he's like expanding
and he just takes a
far
Nexus,
away.
yeah, in the upper left. That's kind of cool.
I like that as well.
And he puts the pressure on with the one Zealot coming out here. He's going to have to try to go to the main if he wants to do any real damage here. Otherwise, he's going to tuck that Zealot in the nook or go back home.
But just even forcing some lings right now isn't so bad. Those 3 hatches going to be going up very shortly here for Effort.
Gas going down here. There's Effort with his very standard over 500 APM.
Yeah.
If you ever watched him stream in first person, he's like the fastest player I have ever seen.
Yeah, there's a few players that actually have ridiculous APM. The highest APM pro ever was actually Yui, the Terran player, who had no success.
Yeah, well, that's because APM's not everything.
Well,
right?
yeah, no, he is the definition of spam. Like, there's literally a game that you can find where someone drops a tank on Lost Temple against him, and he has over 500 APM for this entire game, and he's basically mining from only one base at this point with just a few units, and with 500 APM does not manage to lift the command center before the tank kills it.
Yeah, that's
that is the game that I will always remember about Yui.
Now these 3 lings going for the egg here. So again, the eggs are used as blockers. I wonder if as time passes on this map, if Blizzard's going to add more little doodads that seem like a little bit more sensical. Do they operate in the same way?
I think that takes away some of the flavor, though, doesn't it?
You think so?
Yeah. I like how we have stupid things like eggs on maps and assimilators and stuff. I don't know. It's just like it's part of the beauty of this game.
I say you're old-fashioned, Artosis. So I think I think we could just have something that's there. It's destructible.
Hey guys, someone make a Reddit thread. It's
for-
very clear to me that Tasis wants to turn StarCraft 1 into StarCraft 2. He basically just said that.
I've been exposed. They're on to me now.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like, just for a new viewer, you see eggs in the Zerg's base, and you're like, are those efforts eggs there? It's like, no.
Well, that's why they got us, though, so we can talk about that,
That's
because
true.
the early game takes forever to start, you know?
Yeah, StarCraft
like
1 does have a slower pace.
It
than
really
StarCraft 2.
does.
So, Hydra Den on the way here. Zerg doesn't have to have a dramatic approach to maps like this. I think you can be pretty modest
Yeah.
in what you're doing. So that one probe does come through. He's looking to see if there's any kind of weird layer tech with a spire or something like that. And doesn't get any information at all, actually. Now, by the way, if you were to destroy those 2 assimilators, that actually blocks everything in. So that turns that into an island, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, a Robo going up. He has a Stargate, right?
No.
Or does he not? He just straight up doesn't have a Stargate at all?
I think that's why the probe is sent in at that point in time, is you see if there's
Yeah.
units. Because Dragoon Reaver, or just ground army with a Reaver, actually beats most of what Zerg has.
Yeah.
It's just that you're afraid of mutas.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. He didn't get the probe all the way in, so I'm just a little bit nervous.
Just playing blind, buddy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, this guy's idea is lazy. He's someone who hasn't done anything. Effort's one of the greatest Zergs of all time. So totally tip of the hat to him, just saying, screw that. I'm just going to get everything else a lot quicker.
You know what? This is something you can do to Zerg sometimes, and you'll just beat them.
Yeah.
You
And
just
that's
get a
what you should do.
Reaver
It's
with
a
a
best
ground
of one.
army. Yeah, and it's like... Now, I'm actually not sure about this. You're going to load up all 4 Zealots and have it harass somewhere? I think that's not worth it. I think it's better to just push with your whole army and have the Reavers there to assist. So now Effort sees this and goes, oh, God. And when he sees the number of Dragoons, he doesn't quite see all the gates. But usually if you see even more than 1 Dragoon here, you say, okay, he's going to Reaver push me. Not Reaver drop me, but Reaver push me. Now, of course, the reason why we don't see Reavers used all the time early game ZBP is that Reavers are only good in narrow areas if they're covered perfectly. And on a map this open, it's easy to get surrounded, and the Reavers just can't be optimized. Try microing Reavers against Hydras. Those things move so fast, do so much damage.
Yeah, Reavers are really clunky. They're one of the dumbest units in the entire game.
I can't believe this. He's going to go for a drop. This is against, not that I'm, the guy, but I would say in PvZ...
You might not be the guy, but you're the man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's for sure.
Everything I've learned about this game would tell me that you should be pushing here, but I guess there are a lot of Hydras out here. It just seems like an odd...
Maybe it's like 1 quick Reaver drop and then go back because he's waiting for another Reaver, maybe another round.
I think he's got 2 in there. Am I wrong?
No, he's got 1 in there.
Huh?
Pretty sure.
Here we go.
Watch, he drops 3 out. I'm like, I guess we're both
He drops
wrong.
the 4 Zealots out. I'm like, okay, that's really bad. That's just not a thing anywhere, man.
I like that. Where'd the Reaver go? It's like, we don't know. He doesn't know either, actually. He's like, I never made a Reaver.
I think he accidentally killed it with his Zealots, and he had to punish them by flying them all across the map to be fed to Hydras. It's total mutiny over there in
They're
in
begging
Lazy's
right
base.
now.
Yeah. Please.
I don't want to become a dragon.
It's a robot I couldn't feel. So remember, when you get drop upgrade in Brood War, every Overlord can drop.
Yeah,
you can drop.
That lane drop, there's nothing there to actually defend Lazy's natural. Or, well, it's not natural, but it's expansion.
Okay. We have Protoss pushing down now. But these Lings are just going to completely punish his base. Now, this push has to work.
Yeah.
But I think Effort should be prepared. He needs to target the center of the clumps.
Oh, my God.
Man.
Okay, so
this is what it looks like when I try this online, too, guys.
Yeah.
Just so you know. My Reaver's over here hitting stuff, but it doesn't matter because my main army's slowly dying off.
Or quickly
and
dying
that's
off.
basically game. GG. All right. The longer you wait, the more Hydras they're going to have.
Yeah.
You need to hit at a certain moment. But even then, I'm not sure if Effort's going to